Okay, so let me find, first of all, the Facebook group. We'll see if I can get the comments. And then we can see what's going on. Okay, got Russ back at number 1 in the comment section. I've got a message saying that the broadcast has been interrupted and should resume. Let me have a look. It seems to be okay in the app, so I think it's a Facebook problem. Let me refresh the page. Hello there. Can you hear me, see me? Is it working again? We've got Nigeria. I think it's back working. I refreshed the page and it seems to be working. So we've got a lot of UKs in anyway, and India, and Pakistan, Netherlands, India, USA, Pakistan, Canada, South Africa. More from USA, Morocco, more from South Africa, Nigeria. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it seemed to be working in the app, but not on Facebook. But Facebook seems to have caught up now. We've got Papua New Guinea here. Okay. Mauritius and Nigeria. Right, okay. Good to see you all. I posted the updates from last month, the figures, the numbers in the group, so they should have been there for you to have a look at if you missed the live, because it was early today. It could have been earlier, in fact, but I delayed it particularly because we're not used to it being that early. Deviani did an amazing job. So we had the live early today. It was what, 8:30? Finished it by around about 9 or just after 9, and the site was back up. Boom, amazing. Couple of things I want to cover before we get on to the updates, because there's not a lot to cover in the development side. Normally, this live on the 1st has no information because the site's been down all day. But today, a little bit different, but the development process mainly has been involving in the running the month-end stuff and solving a few tickets and things. On the admin side, the teams have been doing an amazing job, and even I managed to get into the tickets, cleared all my tickets, and also I downloaded all the forms for the nest egg offer that had been put in up to about 11:30 this morning, and all those have been processed that had a valid TX ID. In addition, I emailed everybody that has submitted a form that we've not been able to process, and urged them to put in a form if they have made a payment that's not been refunded. So hopefully we can get the February nest egg sorted out. The offer is still up on the site, but it will be coming down tomorrow. There will be a new offer going up, but it won't be anything like as good as the option 2 that's there for the $5 tokens and founders positions. Founders positions are now finished. Once that offer comes down, that's it. They will never ever be available again. And you will never see tokens at $5 ever again. I'm not quite sure what the offer will be for February. I'll make it as good as I possibly can. And it'll probably be somewhere between the option 2 we had and the option 1 we had. We'll try and make it something that everybody can get involved in again, and get some tokens at a good price now that they are steadily increasing in value. So that's basically the updates. What is We Share Abundance? Many of you that are on this call already know that we are not a business opportunity. We are definitely not an investment. We are a cloud nation. We are Eden revisited. We are building something where people can come, they're welcome, they're respected equally, regardless of background, ethnicity, education, wealth, whatever else you want to throw in. Everybody is treated and respected equally. And we believe as a community, as a whole group, that there is sufficient provided for everybody to have all they need, and there is no need for people to live in poverty. And our mission is to collectively help fight poverty on a global scale. And we do that through building our economy within We Share Abundance. The economy is based around our Visa token, which we launched in April 2020 at $1 each. They've steadily increased in price and are currently around about $150 market value. And we have a higher value than that for them internally. So you can buy them for $150 and get $300 value. It's like getting buy one, get one free, isn't it? It's one of those bug off things almost at the moment. Okay. So that's where we are. But the tokens are rising, and it won't be very long before there's parity between our guaranteed minimum value internally and the market value externally. So that's what we're not. And what we are is a community, and we don't have anything that we buy. We don't have anything that we sell currently. That will change in the future, but at present, all we do is we create wealth through our membership base, performing simple tasks of service for other members. Things like logging in, reading a few messages. Takes less than 2 minutes a day, and everybody earns. And there is an opportunity to increase the earnings from these simple tasks by staking pools. And we have 6 pools. And staking is like depositing money in your bank account. It's your money. And until you have received more back in withdrawals than you deposit, anytime you want, you can leave and pull out any balance that you have. So if you stake, let's say you stake the maximum $100, and you had one withdrawal that was $10, and you decided you'd had enough and you wanted to go, that's fine. You would be entitled to $90 of Visa tokens at the current market value. unless you come in within 2 months and leave within 2 months, at which case you will get back exactly what you put in. So if for example, you put in half a token, half a Visa token, 0.5 Visa, and you had no withdrawals, you would get 0.5 Visas back. You would not get $100 worth of Visa tokens back. It may be $100, it may not be. It depends on what the market value is, but you would get exactly what you put in back if you're within 2 completed months. If you had had a withdrawal of, say, 0.1 of a token, then you would only be entitled to 0.4 being returned. So that is the only thing that is really guaranteed. We do guarantee that anything you earn will be placed in your wallet, and we guarantee that you won't lose money because you can always just cash it out. If you put $100 in your bank account, you would be very fortunate to, at the end of the year, have $102 in your bank account. If they paid you 2% interest, which is pretty good in today's world, you'd have $102. The chances are that $100 at the beginning of the year and 102 at the end of the year, 102 won't buy you what the $100 would have bought you at the beginning of the year. So taking inflation into account, people that are putting their money in a bank account are generally losing money, not making money. Here, if you stake a pool, whether it's at $2, we have a $2 level for pool 1, we guarantee you 50% more than you put in a month. So you stake a pool at $2. Let's make it very simple. If you put in $2 today, the 1st of March, stake a pool, and you log in every day, you're going to get at least $3 back by the end of March. 50% profit, if you like, and you can take the whole $3 out and go and make whoopee with it or whatever, or you can re-stake that pool again because the contract is finished once you've got your $3. Restake that pool for $2 and only have $1 to make whoopee with, but it's $1 that you didn't have before, and it would have taken you 6 months in a high interest bank account to make that $1. You've done it in 30 days here. Okay, so that's what we have. And we have 6 pools. You can stake anything, $2, $5, $10, $20, $40 or $100. And the more you stake, the more you make. It's a maximum of $100. If you're not happy at any time, no problem. You can leave, the gates are open, and we give you your money back. Anything that you've put in that you've not had back. It's unlikely that that you would want to leave because you'll be making money. But it's up to you. It's always your choice. We don't lock you in. There's no fences or anything stopping you getting out. It's anytime you want, you can just put in a support ticket and it'll usually be answered and you'll have your money back and be able to go away happily within about 24 hours. Sometimes it takes me a bit longer. It has been as much as 76 hours, but it wouldn't ever be longer than that, I wouldn't have thought. So that's what we are and what we have. It's free money that you get. We give it to you. You've not bought anything. It's not interest. It's not an investment. You don't buy anything. If you don't perform the tasks, you don't make anything. We pay you, if you like, for completing the tasks. What are the tasks? Logging in each day and reading any messages that you have. Those are the only tasks we have that are required of you at the moment. You can do that in under 2 minutes a day, and you can make a minimum of up to $50 per month if you stake $100. Okay, we base our economy around the Visa token, and the liquidity of the Visa token is based on supply and demand, and supply and demand is based around optimism of the token. And the more people spread good news about the token, the greater the liquidity will be. And the more people spread bad news about the token, the worse liquidity will be. Okay? What do you want to do as a community? Do you want better liquidity with the Visa token? Do you want it to be able to sell more easily at a good price? Or do you want people to say, oh, I'm not getting that because everybody's saying that it's no good? Or do you want to have a situation where people say, how can I get hold of these tokens? Because everybody say they're marvelous and the value keeps going up. It's your choice. It's what you choose to do, and that affects the liquidity of the token. The greater the liquidity of the token means that we can obtain more outside cash. It's like Forex trading, if you like. If you had US dollars and you wanted euros, you'd trade them. And we trade Visa tokens for other tokens, Bitcoin, for example, and we pay out people in Bitcoin. So the money that we give you for these simple tasks, the withdrawals, you can request whatever you want, but we always pay the smallest withdrawals first, and we pay whatever we can from the cash that we're able to receive by selling Visa tokens, and we sell them on behalf of the people that want to withdraw. So let's take a very simple example. We have let's say we have 10 people who want to withdraw 1 token each. We would have 10 tokens. So we would go to the exchange and put those tokens for sale at a good price, at the market value. Currently it's about $150. So we would put those tokens for sale at $150, and once they're sold, we would then have $150 worth of Bitcoin, and we would pay those $150 worth of Bitcoin to the people for their tokens. Okay, very simple. Why do we do it that way instead of giving the tokens out to people? Because there is a limited market at present for the Visa token. And if we were to just hand the tokens out willy-nilly, so that there were thousands of tokens on the exchange and not sufficient people wanting to buy them, you would get people saying, oh, 150, but I can't sell them. I'll offer them for 125. And then someone would say, well, he's offering at 125, but I'm more important than him. I'll put mine out for 100. And before you know where you are, you would have a situation that exists in all other crypto coin issuing organizations, whether it's a BizOp, whether it's a Matrix, whether it's a Faucet, whatever it may be. The token values come down and down and down, and you're lucky if you can get 5 or 6 cents for a token. Now, do you want 5 or 6 cents, or do you want $150, $200, $250, $300 going up consistently? My guess is you would prefer to have the higher amount for your tokens, and that is why we operate in this way. We take the tokens in blocks from the members and we offer them for sale, and what we can't sell, we can't pay the withdrawals for. Why is it then that some people get paid $20, for example, and some people don't get $10 when we say that we pay the smallest amounts first. Well, let me give you a very simple example. Let's suppose we have $100 worth of tokens that we've been sold, and they were from, let's suppose the token values are $10 each. Okay, we know there are a lot more, but just a simple example. Let's suppose the token value is $10 each, and we have 10 people who give us one token each to sell for $10. No, that's all we've got. We've got 10 people asking for $10. So we go out and we start selling those tokens, and as we sell them, we start paying those people $10. And so $10 is what's getting paid. But then somebody comes along and says, I only want $5, and they give me half a token. So we go and sell that half token, and so they're getting $5. And let's say that another 20 people come along with wanting half a token. Those 20 people come along and we pay those 20 people those $5, which is $100. Now, if we've only been able to sell $100 worth of tokens, we may have paid somebody at the beginning $10, and then we paid out a load of $5, and the people that have put in a request for $10 that haven't been paid because we've been paying the $5. So somebody's been paid $10. Why hasn't everybody been paid $10? Because we had lower tokens that came in while we were in the middle of paying them. And this is what happens. We pay out, and we pay out $10, $15, $20, and then all of a sudden we get an influx of $10 tokens, and so we're paying $10, $10, $10, $10, and then we're going back up once we've cleared all those, $15, and we might not get to $20 before some more come in at $10. And so this is why some people have been paid $30, $40, $50, and other people are complaining because they put in a request for $10 and they've not been paid. It's when these requests come in, we pay the lowest as quickly as we can. Why do we do that? Because we can pay more members something rather than paying one member or less members a lot. If we can sell $1,000 worth of tokens, is it better to pay 100 people $10, or is it better to pay one person $1,000? Well, if you're that one person wanting the $1,000, maybe you say, well, I want my $1,000 regardless, and I don't care about those other 100. But we don't operate that way. We pay as many people as we can, and the way we do that is by paying the lowest amounts first, whatever is lowest at the time that we are paying out. Okay, so I hope that covers a little bit about the withdrawal system that we have and why we can't pay everybody out. And so why do we have this income that people generate and it's stuck there and they can't withdraw it? You know, what's the purpose in that? The purpose is this. Our Weezer token is very, very new. It's only 10 months old, and it's growing in popularity. Its ranking is constantly increasing. Its value is constantly increasing, and its liquidity is usually increasing. And I say usually because when we get a whole batch of negative comments from a lot of people, it tends to deflate the liquidity for a short period of time. You get a dip in the liquidity because of all the negative comments that are coming out from people who don't understand what we're about. And then that dies away and the liquidity starts to go up again. And then if we get more negative comments, it tends to push it down again. So it's a little bit like this, but gradually the liquidity is going up. More positive comments would mean it would go up a lot faster. More negative comments means it's struggling to keep pace. So it really is up to the membership base. What do you want? Do you want a token with liquidity, or do you want a token with no liquidity? No liquidity means nobody can get paid. They can use the money within the community, but there's not much to use it for because we only have staking, and your maximum can stake at present is $100. We are, as I said, very new. It's taken Bitcoin 12 years to go from less than a cent to almost $50,000 per token, per coin. We've been going 10 months and we've gone from $1 to $150. It took Bitcoin probably 4 or 5 years to get any real liquidity. You couldn't just go and sell Bitcoin. You had to wait and wait and wait and struggle, and the price would come down and down, and it was a challenge to sell Bitcoin in the early days because nobody knew what they were, they didn't want them, and they weren't sure. Now Bitcoin has a good reputation, it's got great liquidity. You want to sell $1 million worth or even $1 billion worth of Bitcoin, you can do it like that. We will be in that position. When, I can't tell you, but my best guess is between 2 to 3 years. It's not going to just happen in 2 to 3 years. It's going to be a steady increase. Okay. And as we get that steady increase, and that steady increase will be faster with optimism, and it'll be slowed down a little bit with pessimism. But as we progress, we will get there, and gradually there'll be more funds available to pay more people withdrawals. We still won't pay somebody $1,000 and leave 100 people that want $10 out. We'll still be paying in the same way, but we'll be able to pay more people. We'll be able to pay greater amounts gradually. About 3-4 months ago, something like that, 4 or 5 months ago maybe, we had very few people putting in withdrawal requests because you need to be KYC verified, know your customer verified, to withdraw funds. And we didn't have the systems in place to verify the thousands of people that wanted to withdraw. And so there was a big backlog of people that were waiting to be verified. So it meant that there were very few people that could put in withdrawal requests. And so it meant that the people that did could get paid thousands of dollars because we had $200,000 or $300,000, which we have now, to pay out to people every month. But there was only 100 people requesting money because there were only 100 people that were verified. But as we built the systems and we could get people verified quickly, and we put a magnificent, enthusiastic team in place that do the KYC verifications and keep these up to date like that, bang, bang, bang. You put in your verification, it can be processed within minutes. Because we have that in place now, we have tens of thousands of people that are able to put in requests. So that's the change. We've still got $200,000 or $300,000 to pay out. But if you've got 20,000 people requesting funds at all different levels, then it doesn't go as far. You can't pay out those big amounts, and you have to pay out whatever you can. And that is what we do. And at the moment, because of that, and because people don't understand it, there are a lot of people that complain. Why can't I withdraw my money? My money, it's mine. okay, remember, this has been given to you. You've done nothing to generate that cash other than log in. Okay, 2 minutes a day. Basically, we are giving free money to you. Understand that. It's free money. It's in your account as long as you decide to stay a member. It is there. One day it will be so liquid that you'll be able to sell it like that, but it's not available at the moment. It's not there. We're where Bitcoin was after a year or 2 years. We're there now in 10 months. But it's going to take us time to get that liquidity into the tokens. And when we do, you'll be able to cash in everything that you've got, whether it's $100, $1,000, $100,000. There are people now that have sufficient tokens to very, very soon have millions of dollars worth of tokens that they will be able to cash. It is not our intention as a community, it's not what we're here for, is to create millionaires. But it is going to happen. But our intention is to make sure that as many people as possible can get out of poverty, can find the hope of saying, yeah, I know that I'm going to be able to pay my rent, put food on the table, and buy a pair of shoes for the kids and the books they need to go to school with. And this is what we're here for. And the fact that some people, because of the service that they put in helping build this community and build this economy, will become wealthy beyond their wildest dreams, is a byproduct of that. And it's a reward that comes from that service attracted to them. And that will happen. And so we get people saying, what's the purpose of somebody enthusing over winning 70,000 in the lottery when they can't even draw $100? Well, let me put it this way. If you had a wealthy relative that died and left you $1 million in a trust fund that you couldn't touch for 5 years, would you say, what's the use of having that $1 million when I can't touch it for 5 years? I'm not interested in it. I don't want it. Give it to somebody else because I want it now or never. Or would you say, yeah, I'll wait 5 years because that $1 million is there for me and it's going to change my life forever? And that is why people are getting excited about winning lottery prizes that may be under $1, or they may be tens of thousands of dollars. It's money that is there, it's in trust for them. And as we grow, and as we get more people looking at Visa token and saying, you know, this is a good token, I want more, I want to buy it, and we get that liquidity rising and bubbling away, those people are going to become independently wealthy. And once those people are multimillionaires and they realize that this is a gift from God, they'll want to start giving back, and they'll be doing more good works and charitable works on top of what we're doing. And we'll be still helping people. We'll be finding people all the time, constantly. More, come on in, let us help you feed your family. We'll be doing that because that is what we're here for. That is our principle. That is our reason for being. That is our existence. Come on in. We'll help you fix your roof. Come on in. Your children need new clothes. Come on in. That's what we'll be doing. Come on in. You're struggling for education. We're going to build you a school. You can't grow crops. You've no irrigation. We're going to put irrigation in for you. Your water's dirty and contaminated. We're going to provide you with clean water. The rainforests are disappearing at an alarming rate. We're going to plant trees to help this barren lands that you live in become agriculturally rich and a benefit to the planet. That's what We Share Abundance is. It's not a business opportunity. It's not an investment. It's a loving, caring community that is going to change the world for the better and help eliminate poverty. And those people that are fortunate enough to win lottery prizes and stack away their tokens in 2 to 3 years will be wealthy within their own right. They will be independently, financially secure for the rest of their lives and for their future generations. That is what is We Share Abundance. Okay, I'm off my soapbox now. Right, so I have covered, I hope, things that people have been asking about, and explained what it is and why it is. And there you go. The rules for our withdrawals are also in writing on the site, and our terms and conditions about cancelling your account and getting refunded anything that you've put in. We make sure that you don't lose money by becoming a member of We Share Abundance. Okay? Right. I'm just having a look here. We've got Spain in the house as well. Every month this situation will be found. I don't know what situation you're talking about, Khan. But nothing changes within We Share Abundance except we are getting more efficient. We are heading where we're going, and nothing is going to stop us. Sometimes you say we don't have money, sometimes you say rates are up and down, sometimes you say Bitcoin is up or down. You should have to work hard about this issue because day audience joining with you told they would be paid at least. No, I didn't. I have never said you would be paid at least $50. I said that our main objective is initially to make sure, if we can, that we can pay people that need $50 or less. I can't say that we will always be able to pay up to $50. Some months we've paid more than $50. We've been up to $60, $70. In the past, we've paid thousands of dollars. What we pay is what we can sell the tokens. What we can't sell, then you can't get that funds now. If you had a house worth $1 million and you wanted to sell it and nobody wanted to buy it for $1 million, you've got two options. You can either say, okay, I'll hang on to my house because I know it's worth $1 million, or you can say, look, it's $1 million house, but I need the cash. you can have it for $100. And somebody will come along and say, yeah, I'll take it for $100. And that's the options that you've got here. And for the sake of the majority of the members who hold large stocks of Visa tokens that they don't want to cash in at this moment in time anyway, we will maintain the price by preventing that situation happening. Okay. So liquidity means just seeing money and doing nothing with it. Why Graham announced thousands of dollars every month. What does it mean? I think I've been wasting my time talking to you, Khan. If you don't understand what I've been saying, you're probably in the wrong place. Okay. In my absence, who will look after the We Share Abundance? This has cropped up a few times. There are things in place. If I was to drop dead now out of disgust for the people that complain all the time about what we're doing, then somebody is in line to take over. Sanjoy was able to send messages to all his downline through the Visa back office today. Amazing. I wonder if Devian has been working on that. I know it's one of the tasks we have, but the messaging system at the moment is really bad, and I apologise for that. When we get the new site, you're going to be amazed at the messaging system that Christian's built there. Hey, we got Yara in the house from Paraguay. Okay, I'm just scanning down to see if I can see anything that I can answer. Julie Felix, instead of complaining about withdrawals, we should be making awareness about Visa and bringing more people to join WSA so that the liquidity is good for all of us to withdraw whatever amount we request. Dead right, Julie. And I recognise your name as one person that has invalid forms submitted, I think. The reason I recognise your name is because back in the 1950s or 60s, there was a folk singer in England called Julie Felix. Wasn't spelt quite the same way, I don't think, but it always reminds me of that. And I remember your name as somebody. So if you're having problems, please make sure that you watch the video on how to get the right TXID on your form so that we can get your tokens to you. Yeah, the doors are open for anybody to come in and they're open for anybody to go out. Hi, Joel is in the house, is he? I've not seen Joel. He's from Portugal, and lovely to see him. He works about 3 or 4 jobs. He don't get a lot of time to get onto our lives nowadays at the moment. So I think Cody's taking over. Cody would be a good option. Uh, when will the new platform be launched? As soon as it's ready. Please increase the withdrawal limits. Ashan, go and read what it says. There is no limit. The roots are being planted for greater days to come. Hope and faith must always be in our way. Even in the suffering, never lose faith that tomorrow will be a better day. Well said, Joel. Thank you. Okie dokie. I don't see any more comments there. I hope that's been useful for you. I don't know whether I've done the numbers. I don't think I have. So I'm going to go through the numbers. I'm not going through the numbers of the lottery prizes and things because they are on the site, and there is the live video should be there. You can watch that. It's only lasts for 30 minutes, I think, and that gives you all the numbers from the day. So what have we got? Normally, we don't have any numbers on the first of the month because you can't get into the website and it doesn't work and things. Devian has done an amazing job. We are so fortunate in the people that we have in this community that are serving this community. You know, Christian building the new site, Deviani keeping the old site going and making it work when it should have collapsed months ago. The KYC team, the support team, and these are all intermixed. Many of these people do multiple jobs. Withdrawals team, deposits, all these people working together in unity for the joy of service. Absolutely amazing and heartwarming. I've answered that question about what happens if I die. You don't need to beat about the bush. You're getting old, Father William. You might not be here tomorrow. What's going to happen? There are things in place. I keep saying that. And remember, it wouldn't matter if I was this age or if I was 20. There is no guarantee that you're going to wake up tomorrow, at whatever age. You go around a graveyard and look at the gravestones and you'll see there are some there for infants of a few weeks and some there for people that live to be over 100. I'm fortunate to have got where I've got, but I'm in excellent health and I stand as good a chance probably as you of waking up tomorrow, Syed. So there you go. And don't worry about things that you can't control. Worry about things that you can control, like your attitude, your optimism, your sharing, your love, your service to others. Worry about those things, not about things that you can't control. Okay, where are we? I'm on the numbers, yeah. First of March, as I say, we don't normally have numbers on the first of the month, but we've got them today due to hard-working Devi Army. We have 346 new registrations today. 346 new registrations today, but that is a net decrease of 42 because we kicked out 388 inactive members. So our actual registered members number went down, but we had 346 new registrations today. The statistics for active members, which we normally have, I can't give you because it seems that at the end of the month that part of the database is cleared out, so it doesn't show anything for the previous days. It's something we're going to have to fix, but it's not too important. So let's assume, not always a good thing to assume things, but let's hope then, let's put it that way, let's hope that the active member count stays the same rather than goes down, even if it doesn't go up. And so yesterday we had 29,837 active members. Let's hope that it's that or more today, but I can't give you a figure on that. I'm sorry, but it will be somewhere around there. The pools always do well at this time of the month because people have got funds in their Visa account and they can stake pools, and some of the people come in absolutely broke with nothing. They earn their first $2 with us, they invest that, and as they go, they build and stake pools more and more. And we have an additional 753 people that have staked pool 1 today. So we now have 35,397 pool 1 stakes. And we have 433 people who have become elite members today. And so we've now got 16,433 elite members. Site ranking. We haven't launched yet, and our site is already one of the top 10,000 sites globally for visitors and activity. We just got under 10,000 yesterday at 9,962, and we've gone 69 better today. We are ranked 9,843. So everything moving in the right direction. The market value of the Visa token, I checked on CoinRanking, it was showing at $148.81. That's the highest it's been for a while. And it's up, what, about $18 on yesterday. Over 10% a day we're climbing at the moment. I'm hoping it'll stay down a little bit more because it'll help people amass more tokens in these early days before we launch. Once we launch, it's going to be a lot harder to accumulate large numbers of tokens. Trading volume, the last 24 hours was showing at 33,854, and we had 100 in the back office. The market value was showing at $131.04. And the reason there is a difference between that and CoinRanking is in the back office it's based purely on the current value against waves, and in CoinRanking site it's based on the last 24 hours of activity against all coins that we trade against. Our CoinRanking is still round about just over 500. It was 511 yesterday. We're 508 today, so we've gained 3 places. today. So those are the latest numbers on the numbers. Okay. Well, when we started, Crypto Dave said when you started, there was less than 5,000 elite members. Today, over 16,000. When we started, there weren't any. Back in March, when we decided we'd go for it and we'd get people in and open up the pools and things, and there will have been a few, maybe 100 or so in March. So it's grown. I don't know who Crypto Dave's talking about there. When started there were 5,000, but over 16,000 today is correct. Well, Crypto Dave says when I started, he mistyped. He hit the U instead of the I. I do that. I'm a dreadful typist. Julie Felix bought pool 5 today. Great. Hoping to buy my pool 6 by this month. I'm sure you will, Julie. I'm sure you will. And I'm sure that everybody here that sees the vision will prosper immensely. It's not going to happen overnight. We're not get rich quick. We've never said we were. The fact that some people did make large amounts of money early on, I've explained why that happened. And it was good and it was fun and nothing wrong with that. But what we're doing now in paying thousands of people smaller amounts is more beneficial than paying a few people thousands of dollars. And gradually the amounts will climb again. They may go down a little bit for a while, but look at it this way. If you had $100 in the bank, and with taking in your interest into account, let's suppose it was still worth $102 in 12 months' time. What if your bank said to you, we'll give you $2 a month instead of $2 a year? Would you be happy? If they said, you know, you're a good customer, instead of paying you 2% a year, we're going to give you 2% a month. You'd come out of your bank and you go, whoopee, you know, I'm being really looked after. $2 a month, wow, great. 2% a month on my bank account. I'm one of the top kiddies, you know. Here, we're giving you 50%. And we've got people saying, oh, what's the use of it? Because I can't draw $20. Try drawing $2 instead. It's more than you would ever get from your bank. Try drawing $10. $10, you're almost certain to get paid. I can't tell you what the upper limits are going to be. It depends on how much liquidity we have. What controls the liquidity? Mainly the members' attitudes, what they post on Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn or whatever. I don't know what all these things are, what they tell people, what they go about, and whether they go about with long faces because they've not been paid a withdrawal, or whether they're going around with happy faces saying, you know, I'm building a massive income here. That's what is going to change the liquidity. We also have an exciting matrix program coming out, and I've redesigned it completely. So anything I told you about it before isn't right. But it's really, really good. And I think what we had before was a little bit hypey. It was something that most people were never going to achieve. So what I've tried to do is put together something that will help people make $1,000 a month very easily. And so that's, I mean, people will make more than that, and some people will make less. But it should be pretty easy for people to make $1,000 a month, and it will have a totally passive income side to it as well. Is it passive if you have to log in? I mean, what we offer here is not passive income, because if you don't do the tasks, if you don't log in and you don't read your messages, you don't get paid. So it's not truly passive, but it's what most people would consider passive. And similarly, if you log in on our matrix plan, you will be part of, it won't be gifts like we give out here, it'll be part of a revenue share, that we will make sure that everybody can benefit from their membership of the matrix plan. And it should be self-financing as well. It's a bit more complicated, but I think it'll be better. I think we'll have a lot of people able to make $1,000 a month. And I know $1,000 isn't exciting for some people, but it's exciting for a lot of people. And especially a lot of the countries where we have big membership bases. If you look up the average wage for some of these countries, depends on which site you go to and everything else, but it can be a couple of $1,000s a year or less for some of these countries that we have large memberships in. So to be able to make $1,000 a month in those countries moves them not just from over the poverty line, it moves them into the lap of luxury. And I think we'll have a lot of people that can make $1,000 a month with what I put together. When will that be available? I don't know. When it's ready. I'm hoping it'll be available this month, but I won't guarantee it. I can't guarantee it because even if the people that are building the software and everything else say, "Oh yeah, it'll be ready tomorrow," I know that seldom happens in development. It always takes longer and it always costs more than you thought it was going to. Okay. Sam Joy Roy says 15 of my downline received withdrawals last month. Good. That is great, Sam Joy, and that is what people should be going around telling people. They shouldn't be going around saying, "Oh, I've not had a withdrawal for 3 months and I keep putting in and they keep declining my withdrawals and it's no good and this isn't working." And because if you do that, you're damning yourself. You can. Some people just enjoy being miserable, I suppose, don't they? So it's up to you. But go around like Sanjoy there and do what you can and serve and share love and be happy, and that's all you need to do. 1,000 a month would impact my life for the better, and I'm from the UK. Well, there you go, you see. I know that even $50 a month can make a difference to people, some people in the UK and the United States. There's some people in the United States that I've talked to that are struggling. They've got 2 and 3 jobs and struggling to make ends meet and keep the family going, and just $50 would make a difference to them. And that's in the United States. When you take $50 and you give it to somebody in Suriname or Nigeria or India, that's a whole new ball game altogether. And Does that mean we pay $50? We guarantee $50? We don't guarantee anything. All we guarantee is you won't lose your money. If you come in and you put your money in and you're not happy, we'll give you your money back. But don't expect to come in and buy a token on the exchange for $150 or whatever it is now, or buy half a token or 0.7 of a token or whatever it would be, and then come in and you find you only need a third of a token, so you put in 0.3 of a token, which has cost you next to nothing on the exchange, and then decide that you're not happy after 2 weeks or even 2 months, and expect us to pay you $100 for that, because that's not going to happen. You're going to get back what you put in, which is 0.3 of a token. Okay? If you've been with us for over 2 months, then that's a different matter, because you'll have had a chance to see us and see what's going on, and the chances are that you'll have earned for the community sufficient for us to pay you that $100 back anyway. Okay. And somebody else saying he's grateful to be a part of this community. And above all, I too am grateful to all of you to giving me this opportunity to be of service to you. And I thank you all for being here today, and may God bless you always. I'm going to disappear and I'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place. God bless you all, and share a bit of love, wear a smile. God bless.